I have been heavily testing the new Samsung Galaxy S25 cameras for the past days, and generally actually I'm very impressed with the overall camera system on these phones. In this video I'll show you how to properly use them, and also I'll show you every camera feature that we actually get on this phone. I will show you all modes and everything you really need to know. But first actually let me show you some samples I have taken with the camera. In these samples you will see on this table, basically I have used the Pro video mode, also I have shot with HDR, and also I have fine-tuned all the settings to get the best possible quality. By the way, after a few days on my channel I'll actually release more samples of the camera and also comparison against other phones. So in this video I'll simply show you what the camera system is capable of and all the features. The first samples are shot under natural daylight, so they'll probably look the best. And this is Samsung Galaxy A16 phone. You can see it actually looks very similar to the S25. And as you see, it actually gets exposed very well. And in natural daylight, yeah, image actually looks really decent. And we can also check for fine details and this natural background blur. As you can see, we even get decent bokeh. I'm just showing some random junk. Again, this is shot using Pro video mode, and I have adjusted settings to probably the maximum level I could to get the best image possible. Yeah, just check the image quality. I think it looks actually superb. So again, this is the Pro video mode. With settings adjusted, and even this pen, as you see, it can actually focus it properly, and it can recognize where it actually needs properly focus. And for the next samples I'm actually using LED light above me, so it's completely dark outside. I do not have any natural light. Okay, first let's check out this phone and how it can focus. And yeah, overall, again, even under these lights, it actually looks and performs actually super good as well. And again, color quality, yeah, it's like totally spot on. At least what I can see in the viewfinder, it looks yeah, it 1:1. So really, the white balance, the automatic white balance that this can actually get, yeah, it's actually top notch. Yeah, I think overall performance for, yeah, in this light condition, yeah, it's really superb in my opinion. Actually, let's check out this watch again. All the fine details get very well exposed and focused again, pretty much anywhere in the frame. Okay, let's zoom in, 2x zoom. So yeah, I think it looks actually pretty darn good. I'm simply showing some random junk and see how well it exposes again. Again, even these white things actually appear very decent as well. And yeah, it kind of sucks that the S25 actually doesn't come with a charger brick, but at least it comes with excellent camera. That's actually the best. And this is video quality at night, so you see it's pretty much completely dark apart from one small light coming from there. And actually this is incredibly hard color to reproduce for any camera, so, and it actually does fantastic job actually. Also, here are the camera specs if you want to pause the video. And here are the camera specs for the S25 Ultra model. So generally, when it comes to sensor difference between the Ultra and the regular S25, on the Ultra we simply get slightly larger sensors on most actually lens, and also we get extra telephoto lens. But other than that, all the features in the app and what you can actually do with both phones are identical. Okay, first let's check out the photo mode, and in the photo mode we have the shutter button over here. By the way, if you're wondering how fast is the shutter button, it's actually much improved over the past year. So previously on the S24 we actually had a huge shutter lag, but this has been actually completely fixed on the S25. Then after we have taken our image, we can also go and see them. So, and we can, for example, maybe select this image and also click this new option over here. So we have this like generative edit. So let's simply circle around it and we can do various things to it, such as move around to a different place. For example, as you see, if I click this and then move it here, click generate, it will actually move it here basically and erase it there. And as you see, this is a result. Okay, then, and for example, if I want to take a picture of my car, but as you see, I actually have a chicken in the frame, so I'm simply going to take a picture anyway. And next, I'm simply going to my images, and again, on the top, click this icon over here. And again, for example, if I click the generative edit and circle around the chicken, as you see, it will actually select the chicken, and I can essentially delete it. Okay, click generate, and let's see what it does. And as you see, the chicken is completely gone. Absolutely amazing. And also, if we go back, we can actually move the chicken around as well. Maybe we want it over here. Okay, let's click generate. And we have chicken moved over here. Pretty cool. And next, if you actually look on the right side, we actually get this slider that we can slide around and actually like fill in any like blank space. So you see, those gray areas actually doesn't exist in real life. So I'm going to click it. And as you see what it did, so it essentially generated complete new scene. So the stuff that actually doesn't exist in real life, as you see. And also check this, if again we go in these images, again click that edit. Also we can click this sketch to image. And for example, we can draw something in the frame. So let's zoom in a bit. Maybe let's draw a snowman. Okay. I don't really know how to actually draw a snowman. Okay, good snowman probably. Let's see if it actually understands what it actually means. And as you see, we literally have snowman. And again, this is completely insane what we can actually do here. Okay, next in the photo mode, again, we have the selfie camera mode. So if we press this, it will actually like switch to the front facing camera and I can actually see myself. Also, you can actually control the selfie camera with your hand as well. So you can simply show it your hand and as you see, it actually will start a timer to take a picture of you. So again, this is extremely useful. And again, if you actually click over here, you can also like zoom in and out also with your selfie camera. So again, if you want maybe like larger group photo or something like that. By the way, also the settings layout also has been changed on this new phone. So we can click this like a 4 dot essentially and bring up various menus. So first, this is where you can access all settings. I will show you that later. But you can enable your flash in auto mode and stuff like that. Also, you can set your timer here for 2, 5 and 10 seconds. Also change your image aspect ratio. By default, it's actually 4:3. So I actually suggest you to actually enable the 16:9. So it actually fills up whole space basically on the screen. So I do not know why they actually use that old style format. Then also we can actually change the photo resolution from 12 megapixel to 15 megapixel here, but actually that will limit us in some certain features. So the most powerful actually is probably the 12 megapixel one. So again, but if you need the like very fine resolution, then simply enable the 50 megapixel. Also, we have this like motion photo as well. So essentially, when you actually take a picture, it will also take like a small video. Can we see it? So as you see, at the same time, it also like takes like maybe like 1 or 2 second like small picture image as you take your photo as well. So maybe that is also useful for you. And also this finally here is we can actually adjust our exposure as well. So again, if you simply want to make your image like darker, for example, if it like blows out basically, so if it's like blowing out like too bright, so you can essentially adjust it down or again increase the brightness if you actually need it. Okay, let's set it back. And over here we actually have various filters here. So this is actually again completely brand new feature on this phone. So if we select some of these, we can actually like control how our image actually will look like, and these are actually very advanced, as we can actually like adjust the strength of them, also the color temperature, as you can see in various ways over here, the contrast as well, saturation and stuff like that. Okay, let's go a bit back, and also if you scroll all the way down, all the way to the end essentially, you can also click over here this button, and you can actually like download more of these filters. So I think this is actually like a really decent upgrade basically for the camera here. Again, you can essentially color grade your pictures or videos with these things. For the like video recording, this only works in full HD, so this doesn't work at 4K. So probably, yeah, it needs a lot of horsepower basically to like generate this stuff. Again, if you want to disable it, like click basically on the original and then go back. Okay, and then this thing here, basically you can also change how your face will look like smoothness of your face, so like tone, and also like jawline, and how your eyes will actually look like. So these are some kind of like beauty filters essentially here that we can get, and these are, yeah, the features. Then again, we have more, I think probably the most common things, the most useful things also we have on this side over here. So again, you can change the filters, change quickly the resolution. Okay, so you can essentially quickly tap and change the resolution without having to go in these settings. And also over here on the screen, we can actually like zoom in as well, and actually change our lens as well, which we actually want to use. For example, 0.6 means it's actually the ultra wide camera, and the 3 on the regular S25 is again the telephoto. On the like ultra version, you will get also like 5x, and basically when you actually like get these extra options, you also get like I think 100 times option. So the ultra definitely has like a bit longer zoom. First, actually, let me show you what zooming actually looks like in a photo mode. So currently I'm at 1x main lens, and also I can switch to the ultra wide. So this is the difference between the main lens and the ultra wide. So you can probably notice some quality difference there. Also, we can switch to 2x, and this will be actually a digital zoom. So if we switch to 3x, we will switch to the like telephoto lens, and also we can switch to 10x. So again, this is digital zoom from essentially 3x. Also, we have 20x, and as you see on the corner on the top, it also like shows basically like the overall picture of where we are actually like zooming in. So this is actually very useful. Also, you can kind of click and hold those icons to switch to this like smooth zoom function essentially. So you can punch in up to 30x, and again this is a quality at 30x. So let's punch all the way out. So as you see, basically this is a distance from that flag, and if I zoom all the way in, yeah, I think the quality actually for what it is, yeah, I think it's actually like really decent. Okay, let's focus on that house. As you can see, this is the distance to that house, I think around 100 meters. So let's punch in like 2x, 3x. So again, this is now that telephoto lens actually taking over. And as you see, if I zoom in, I can essentially almost see what's actually inside. By the way, as you see, the footage also is fairly stable. So I'm doing this handheld. So yeah, overall I think the stabilization for the zooming is actually like really decent. And again, up to like 20%, I think we actually get a fairly decent quality. By the way, I'm currently doing a screen recording, so the actual quality will be actually better. Also, you can see it can actually detect subjects and also track them. Also, I can easily click on the subject, essentially to keep it in track, essentially. Again, so it's actually like really decent system. And again, if you zoom in all the way in, as you can see, the detail actually is fairly decent. Also, let me show you quickly the system settings for the photos. So as you can see, we can also scan documents and text, QR codes, get some kind of suggestions on how to properly frame your image essentially. Also quality optimization, auto scene optimization. Okay, also this swipe shutter to okay. Advanced picture options. You can also like get like lower size image as well. So feel free to pause and inspect this yourself. Okay. Also we can enable stabilization for the video here as well. Also we have this auto frames per second for the video mode as well. So if you have some problems, yeah, use this only or turn it off. Also again, we can track our autofocus, composition guide, location tags, also shooting methods. So this is actually highly useful. For example, as you see, you can customize your volume buttons, for example, take pictures, and also you can actually control this camera using like voice commands as well, such as saying capture or shoot. Also we can enable this floating shutter button. See, basically I get this like extra shutter button essentially that I can click to also take a picture. Also again, I can control it with voice, shoot, and you see it actually takes a picture. So also settings to keep. So again, this is very useful. So if you want to keep certain settings after you exit the app. So again, okay, next let's check the regular video mode. So in the video mode, again, it's similar system. So we can press this button to start our recording here, or also we can press this to end the recording, or also we can also press this pause button to pause it as well. So you see it actually gets paused, and also we can resume it with the same button. Also we can again change the lens in the video mode. I'll show you how the video zoom actually looks like in the video pro mode, so a bit later. Okay. And then also we can change the same settings here as well as for the pictures as well. So I showed you pretty much all these. So you can select your video resolution here. So for full HD you get essentially up to 60 frames. For 4K you also get up to 60 frames or 30 frames depending on your preference, and for 8K we only get 30 frames per second. So again, this is like crazy resolution essentially. So yeah, it takes a lot of horsepower essentially. So we are stuck again with only 30 frames per second. Also we have the various like stabilization options here. So again, if you like move somewhere around very rapidly, so make sure to enable this. So exposure, same as we got in the picture mode. Also we have this auto framing as well. So I actually haven't tested this. So I think it should actually like reframe our video as we actually like start to shoot it. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so basically I can't really show you this test, but basically if there is some person like walking around, it can actually zoom in on that person. I think that's what it does. So I'll maybe show in a different video this function. I think this is actually useful, but I haven't fully tested it out yet myself actually. Okay, what else we have? And those picture modes as well. But again, to use picture modes in the in the video mode, to use the picture modes, you have to essentially shoot at full HD. So this doesn't work in 4K. So again, you can essentially like color grade your video here as well. So it's kind of a bummer that it only works in full HD. Okay, next also let's go in the video settings, more settings, and click this advanced video options over here, and we can actually like change the video format here as well. Also enable this 10-bit HDR as well, so if you want, and also we can enable this log recording here as well. Basically let me show you that. Okay, basically on the top you can actually choose from either the HDR or turn it off, or only the log. So again, you can't run both at the same time, so only like this high dynamic range, 10-bit colors, or again that log footage. And once you start a log recording, essentially what this does, it simply records in a very high advanced format that can essentially read pretty much all your camera sensor data. As you see, when I actually record, the like color will actually look kind of like weird, like this like very light. So, and this is completely normal, obviously. So you aren't really meant to actually use this like footage straight away. So you can't really share this with anyone and get like good results. So you actually have to upload this footage to your computer and actually go and color grade it. So again, there are multiple tutorials on how to do this. So this is probably too long for this video. So as you actually need kind of good knowledge to actually properly color grade this video. So, but again, you can essentially get full maximum potential out of your cameras if you actually get and this log recording and actually record in it. So again, it's really just as good as any like really decent camera if you actually like record in this footage. So again, this is a completely brand new upgrade to the S25. And in my opinion, yes, this is a complete game changer. Again, if you are a semi-professional who actually likes to get the most advanced and the best picture possible out of his camera. By the way, also when it comes to HDR recording as well, it's actually a similar situation as well. So even though, as you see, the colors actually look pretty decent, this actually won't be compatible with a lot of devices, especially older ones. So the colors actually won't look as good on some devices. Also, this HDR format also is better for color grading as well. So, but again, if you are simply making some simple videos and you do not care about this color grading and improving your like picture quality to the maximum, I would actually leave this HDR off. So again, only like turn it on if you actually know what you're doing and if you actually know that you will actually take your video footage and actually go to your computer and actually improve it further. And also there is this option also in the advanced video options. So by default this is actually enabled, but I suggest you to actually turn it off. This is absolutely terrible function in my opinion. So essentially what it does, it's kind of cool basically on paper, but actually when you simply zoom in, your essentially your the volume actually on your video actually changes. So basically if you zoom in a lot and out, basically the volume will completely go nuts. So it's actually like a very bad function in my opinion, and it really should be turned off if you actually want to use this phone for video recording. Okay, next let's check out the Pro Video mode, and this really is the most advanced mode on this phone, and it really matches any like really decent camera when it comes to functions and what this mode can actually do. First, actually, it actually has also this very new feature, basically this super smooth zoom basically. So if I start recording, as you see, the zoom actually is a bit different. And this is what zooming actually looks like in the Pro Video mode. However, there is one huge limitation on the Pro Video mode. We actually can't switch our lens after we actually start to record. So as you see, if I start to record, basically as I zoom in, as you see, it actually zooms in only with the main lens. So I can't really switch to the like ultra wide or that telephoto lens. So again, if I want to switch, I simply have to end my recording and actually switch, for example, to the telephoto. And as you see, if I start to record again, I can use this zoom essentially to zoom in properly now, as you see, and the quality is way better obviously with the telephoto as well. This smooth zoom slider actually also is really decent, so you can see just how nice it actually looks like, so how smoothly you can actually zoom in. So again, if you like rapidly shift it, it will zoom in all the way in very fast, but again, if you like take it slowly, as you see, it can get like very slow and very smoothly. So I think the smooth zooming mechanism actually is like really good. So if you want a really smooth footage, yeah, I think this is actually like really decent. But again, the main negative is that you really can't switch your lens without again having to like stop your recording. Okay, next in the Pro Video mode, you also have this bar that you can also rotate, so you can get it over here. So basically you can adjust your ISO, your like shutter speed, exposure, and like focusing, and also your white balance as well. So as you see, if I click these things, this is what it looks like. So I can adjust my ISO just as I need it, and as well I can press this button to like cycle from the manual or auto. So again, if you want to reset the setting to like auto, simply click this. Then again, we can change our shutter speed here as well, so just as you really need it. Okay, and also again your exposure compensation, so again we can adjust it just as you really need it. again your focusing system as well. So center focusing, so basically it only mostly focuses what on the objects that you have in the center. Multi-zone is, as you can see, you actually have like this like larger area where the most of the focusing will actually like work. And also you can focus manually here as well. So as you see, basically if I pull this down, you see basically the focus decreases. And again, if I like increase it and like pinpoint to the exact points that I need, yeah, this is how I can adjust this. So essentially if I basically I have focus, as you see, I do not have focus on my finger. So if I want to get focus on my finger, as you can see, I can simply slide these things till I get focus on the exact item, basically, which I want to focus on. And then over here, we also have the like white balance adjustments as well. So you can actually kind of like adjust the white balance as well if you need it. Okay, then we have more functions. So let's check all of them out. So first we have this. So this is exposure monitoring. So essentially we can see which areas maybe are too exposed. Basically we can turn on the zebra pattern basically and adjust this to basically, yeah, as you can see, as I decrease, as you can see, basically the most exposed parts actually like basically turns into zebra essentially. So I suggest you to keep it this around 90%. So this usually is the best result. So as you see, at the moment it's a bit too overexposed. See, if I decrease it, so yeah. So really you actually need to combine this zebra pattern with your this ISO and also this shutter speed essentially. So basically once I decrease my shutter speed, play around with my ISO, essentially as you see those zebra levels actually like go down and up, as you see basically. So I currently have probably the perfect exposure, but if I increase it a bit more, it's like going over perfect exposure and it's not perfect anymore. So these are these zebra settings. So again, you probably, if you do not know about this stuff, probably look this stuff up. It's actually very useful. And next we also have this false color over here. So it works in a bit different way, but again we can essentially use this again for the same purpose to see which things are like exposed very well and which aren't. As you see, basically I have my light actually shining on this Samsung box. So you see basically how it changes. So it actually looks like kind of crazy. So you can't really see this when you actually like enter the normal mode. So this is actually very useful in certain areas, but obviously you need to know what you're actually doing with these things. And next also what's really cool is we can actually connect external microphones as well to this phone, and we actually have a special system on how we can control the microphone. So you can use USB microphones or again with a headphone jack adapter if you have old style microphones. So essentially once I connect my microphone over here, I can actually go over here. As you see, it's actually connected automatically, and again compared to other phones you really do not have to do anything. As soon as you connect your microphone, it turns on automatically and it will start to record basically from your microphone. Also you can see your audio level, basically how loud you are actually speaking in your microphone. So you can actually like see if you are actually aren't blowing it out. So again, it's very useful monitoring. So again, also you can adjust your gain levels here for the microphone. So essentially at which kind of volume it will record. So if you feel your audio is like very low sounding, you can essentially crank this up a bit. So increase the gain on the microphone, essentially the volume that will be recording. Or again, if it's like too loud, we can easily decrease it. So again, this is when it comes to all phones, this is really the most advanced phone. I'm actually shooting currently with a Google Pixel phone, and I actually do not have any of this. So the audio recording on my Google Pixel completely sucks, really. So I absolutely hate it. So I basically, when I actually connect the external microphone to my Pixel, basically it doesn't even auto recognize and switch to that. So I have to go manually in settings. Again, I can't really adjust these like audio gains on the Pixel as well. And on iPhone you also can't do these things. So really this is the most advanced phone if you actually need a very good audio. Also, from my experience, the microphones also have been extremely nice on this phone, so definitely they completely destroy my pixels like microphone. So I'm actually like using external microphone to speak in this video. So as again, the microphone system on Pixel phones is absolute trash. So if you are thinking about purchasing a phone for like content creation and want the best audio recording like options, audio quality, really, then this is #1 phone. So there isn't any like better phone with a better system when it comes to audio recording. Also, we can like change like the directions for the microphones. So basically this omnidirection is basically it records from the like front and also back and basically all around you essentially. So also we can like enable this front recording, so basically all these sounds that come from front will get recorded, and also this rear recording, so essentially if you actually speak in your camera, basically it will only record the sounds that it's actually coming this way to the phone, so it will like try to deny all the sounds that are basically around here basically from it. And also you can also connect like Bluetooth microphones as well, wireless microphones, and yeah, it's actually super advanced. So again, if you are looking for a phone for video production, this really is a #1 choice, and the system and basically how you can control everything is top notch. So great job Samsung, absolutely love this system. Also on top of the here, on this corner here, basically you also have your histograms as well. So again, this is that exposure stuff, so again you probably need to know what that actually means and what it does, but again, very useful stuff that is only found on professional cameras and like no other phone actually has this stuff. And again, when it comes to the resolutions, again they are the same as in the regular video mode, but actually we get different options. So when it comes to 8K, we can also record in 24 frames per second as well, and also again for 4K also we can record at 24 frames per second. In the regular video mode, basically we do not have this, so only in the pro video mode. So definitely this pro video mode, man, it's such a pleasure to actually use, and it's total game changer again if you actually want to use this phone for like professional usage. And also if we drop the resolution again to full HD only, we also get another option over here. So this option over here, if we click that, we can actually adjust the contrast of the image very easily. So again, these are some kind of filters, but why is this not available in 4K? That really sucks actually, because this is actually super useful. So again, just look at what it can do. So this is such a nice feature, and basically why it's not in 4K. I guess it simply like consumes like crazy amounts of like horsepower, and maybe the phone would overheats, and if you actually were running these in like again in 4K. So but again, this stuff, man, it's so actually cool. So again, I'm speaking as someone who actually like makes tons of videos daily, so I have like long background with video stuff, so and use cameras all the time, so I'm generally very impressed with all the system of this pro video mode and what you can actually do with this. And that's about it when it comes to pro video mode. Also that zoom slider, I think I wish there was actually a way how we could disable it and get like the normal like 2.nx things. But well, as you can see, basically if I start my recording and click over here, this thing over here, I can also kind of like manually like slide this over here to, for example, 2x or 4x and stuff like that. But again, I really wish that there was a way how we could actually get rid of this smooth zoom slider and simply get like the regular buttons that we get in the like regular video mode. I think this like way better, and I absolutely kind of hate this like smooth zoom slider when I actually do not need that like super zoom smoothing. So I think it kind of annoys me that we can't actually get like these like regular buttons, because they're like much easier to tap, so on the go. Of course, like sliding mechanisms obviously is nowhere as smooth, so it jumps like crazy, as you can see, but again, for real life usage, I think these buttons are much better than that slider. And then finally, we also can actually slide to this more tab over here, and we can actually get more modes such as these. And if you actually want to add these modes to the main area, you can click this edit button over here and simply drag it and then click save. So simply drag whatever you need and click save, and when you go back, essentially you have this new option. So again, this phone can also record slow motion, and when it comes to resolution, so it can record 4K 120 frames per second, or full HD up to 2400 frames per second basically. And basically when we start it, yeah, let's go check it out. It's super crazy slow. Yeah, okay, so that's slow motion. Yeah, nothing much there. Then also we have this expert raw also. So this is essentially like a pro software, but for this regular pictures. So essentially this is not for video but for pictures. So, and again, this is really just as nearly as advanced as yeah, basically that pro video mode. So again, probably I won't show you everything else, but as you can see you set your ISO, shutter speed, exposure, compensation, and your white balance. You can see, so this is what it looks like. So actually very nice looking system over here. Again, we can use a zooming mechanisms here as well. Okay, somehow I got out of it. What is this? I'm not exactly sure. So you even have ND filters. That can't be true. So I guess these are some kind of virtual ND filters. But again, this is absolutely crazy. So, okay, it's actually probably do not need to use a back button. Also, we can adjust aperture. So again, this is virtual aperture. So this is not real aperture. You can't really get a variable aperture physical on phones. So, but again, essentially you can make everything in focus, or make a very blurry background. So actually, yeah, really impressive. Also, again, we can change various focus areas here as well. So what is this? Astrophotography time. Okay, yeah, so I actually haven't explored this app, so this is kind of a bit new for me. So but yeah, you can see what you can actually do here. So again, this is completely crazy. So again, it's really just as advanced as that pro video mode essentially. And what we have over here, so we can also record in the RAW, also change the resolution to whatever you need, so even 24 megapixels. So you do not get this stuff in the regular stuff. So what is this? Okay, yeah, also again that histogram stuff. And also here on this corner, if we click here, we even have metering as well. Man, this is so crazy. Again, this is the most advanced camera software that I have ever seen, really. So even when it comes to any paid third-party software, this completely destroys when it comes to what functions we actually get. And also check how actually smooth everything looks like on this software. So again, if you actually want to use this phone for professional work, man, this is again literally the best phone in the world for this stuff. Really, no other phone actually comes close to this. Also over here, if I click this over here and click over here, I can actually adjust more settings, so you can see what kind of, yeah, you can even get this. So again, these are a bit different settings, I think, than basically on the main camera. So yeah, this completely blows my mind when I actually use it. So I hadn't used this mode actually. I checked it very briefly, but again, when I actually go deeper, man, it's absolutely crazy. So again, another pro mode. I think this the this like expert raw, I think is a newer version of essentially this pro mode. So I think on the past phones we only had this pro mode. Again, this is for the pro picture. So essentially, yeah, it's way less advanced, as you can see. Obviously all the settings, yeah, it's much less advanced. So definitely if you want to take the best photos, really expert raw, absolutely crazy. Then also we have the like food photography again. So it will, again, if you maybe have a plate of some food that you need to take a good picture of, this can actually like very improve your like quality. Okay, what else we can set here? So again, we can change like the color of a food as well. So I haven't explored this food option, so I'm just clicking randomly again. So man, yeah, I'm completely blown away just as I simply like continue using the phone camera app on this. So I'm completely amazed really by what it can do. So again, I'm coming actually from Google Pixel phone, which already is known for its photography skills, but this really takes it to the complete next level, completely destroys any other phone in the market. Again, we have panorama, so it's probably the same as on other phones. So we simply, I'm not sure how to control it, basically. Probably not the best example, but it's a panorama essentially. So nothing like nothing new. Also we have this hyperlapse. So again, we can take like very, very long footage, and basically, again, if you maybe want to take, so again, these are the resolutions you can do for it. So yeah, basically we can speed up like a video. So basically like 1 hour video in 1 minute essentially, and it will be like sped up like crazy. Single take. So this I'm not exactly sure what is this. It might be some kind of like a very short video that you can like take maybe for like TikTok, like as you can see, it simply counts down time. I'm not exactly sure what is this stuff. So when you go basically check this stuff, you can like see like fast forward clip. Oh, I actually get it what it is. So it actually creates like different like things from one exposure. So again, you can like create super fast like motion video from that one like take, also like cropped shot. So again, this simply creates like yeah, different kinds of like videos and stuff like that. Also takes a picture at the same time. So I guess maybe this is useful if you want to multitask. Okay. Then portrait video, essentially the same as a portrait photo. So again, you can take like a picture that will be like very blurry in the background. Again, this actually works for objects as well. So you can also adjust like effect strengths as well. Again, if you actually want to make some videos that are like very cinematic, this is really the mode for you. And actually, when I tested this mode, it's actually like very good. So I have tested this previously. And again, so again, if you want to make some very cinematic videos with blurry backgrounds and very nice looking videos, this is actually really decent. Also, iPhones have this like the same mode that also is very good, but when it comes to Pixel phones, this is complete garbage on Pixel phones. So again, yeah, on the Samsung, again, it's like super decent. So again, it can actually do what it says it can do. So essentially create your blurry backgrounds and actually create very nice looking like portrait videos of, yeah, so if you want to maybe take like video of very good looking video essentially of someone where only the subject is in focus, yeah, use this. I think this is actually really good. Then again, we have the night mode. So simply when you click it, it simply will like take a very long exposure. For example, I dropped down my light almost complete on my room, and you see it takes like 5 seconds maybe. Okay, I think it's still processing it. And yeah, basically, maybe it's like too dark. So it's completely dark actually inside my room. Let's increase the brightness. So maybe not as dark, but still pretty dark. So let's see results. So yeah, so basically you can use this mode essentially in like very dim environment, almost dark, to actually still get some kind of usable image. And then next we have dual recording. So what this essentially does, it can take like multiple cameras and record basically in them in one video. For example, if we click this, you can actually select, for example, which cameras we want to record in the same video. So you can select simply, and as you see, it actually records with two as rear cameras. So yeah, this is actually kind of cool. And also we can like split these up, so either they get like saved together or as two separate clips as well somehow. So I'm not too familiar with the settings on the dual recording, so okay, yeah, so basically saving in separate files or saving basically them together, as you see basically, so only as one video. Also you can see the split view, how it will look like. And then again, the last thing, we have the portrait mode. So again, it's for portrait mode, but for pictures, not for videos. So it works in the same way as that for videos I showed you. So again, you can create like very blurry backgrounds of like, yeah, so you can actually only keep that person or object only in the focus while blurring out the background essentially. So yeah, this is actually really useful. And again, when it comes to like the object separation and how basically it like analyzes edges in this like portrait like picture and video, it's actually really decent. So edges actually look very natural, so as if you actually are using some kind of actual real camera with like large sensor and good lens. So it actually works pretty decent. Also, one more thing I actually want to show you. Basically, when you actually take your pictures, I actually suggest you to open them with a Google Photos app instead of the Samsung app, because you can actually, like, for example, select some picture and you will get these extra editing options. For example, if we click this, we can actually like auto enhance any image. So it actually will look like much better. So, and again, I use this function like 100 times essentially per day, especially when I need to create some very good looking like thumbnails for videos. Again, I can very easily unblur photos with this thing. So again, it uses AI as well a bit. Okay, yeah, this was extremely long video, yeah, because the camera system is absolutely crazy advanced on this phone. Again, easily the best like camera system on any phone. So no other phone actually even comes close to the camera system that we actually get on the Samsung Galaxy S25 and the S25 Ultra. So again, for S25 on Ultra, the camera system is identical. So again, this is like a bit cheaper S25, but again, you get the same stuff on the Ultra as well, and you aren't like missing anything if you get like this cheaper model. So absolute amazing cameras, and overall I think this phone is absolute beast. So again, very good cameras, also like super nice build quality. Also the display quality, yeah, it's so good actually. Also we barely have like any bezels, we have like decent sound quality. Also for video recording, the microphones are also superb. So I absolutely love this phone. By the way, I purchased this phone with my own money, so this isn't some kind of review unit provided to me, and no one has asked me to like make this video or say these things or basically show you to promote this phone. So yeah, I just generally think this like a camera system on this phone is absolutely crazy in my opinion. So it's really absolute beast. Anyway, good luck.